PopCrush Nights is on.
All right, on the line, I've got Fergie herself. And what everybody wants to know, Fergie, right off the bat, is when is Double Duchess going to drop?
Well, yeah, it's definitely not before Christmas. It's definitely post-Christmas. But it's coming out next year, beginning of the year, or I'm going to go insane. I turned it in, and now it's basically up to the label, and all of my management and all that. They're planning, how to do it and all that stuff. That's kind of their wheelhouse. But I know I've done my work, and I'm happy with it. I'm, taking my time with it, and it's just, I don't know, I just care. And so I am just as ready for it to be released. I'm so waiting to exhale, man, just like that damn movie.
Yeah, it seems like it's a huge weight off your shoulders, and now you're just waiting for them to make the call. But your part is done. We're just waiting on the label. So no pressure, but the label better hurry it up.
Yeah, so put the pressure to them.
Do you get more nervous? Because I know you're going to be on the Today Show this Friday. Is it more nerve-wracking for you to perform on live TV or doing a live show?
I think live TV, because you have one shot. Right. And even if you mess up on one song on your live performance, you can get it back on the next one.
Right.
If you just have one song that you're performing on a show, that's it.
There's no going back. People can go back on their DVRs and boop, 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 be like, did she just say that? Or what?
Yeah. You can do that live, but you have a lot more songs to spread it out.
So let's talk about the Today Show. You're going to be on this Friday, so no pressure, but that is going to be live. And you're going to be singing Life Goes On, which we just played. Because I'm a mom as well, I can relate. And I was watching you on a bunch of other interviews speaking about how this album, there's just a lot more. And I really appreciate that you're like, I'm a mom and I just need to sleep. And it took double time to do this because it is so hard when you have kids.
Double, triple, girl.
Triple.
At least. It's been crazy. And it was frustrating because it's like I just want to get things right, and I just don't want to throw a bunch of random songs out there from hot songwriters and just do that. I just wanted to really mean something because it's my second album. I've had 4 albums obviously with the P's, but this is my second solo album. So it's totally different because, with the P's, we're all just partying and going to the clubs, coming home after the clubs and going back to the studio. And with this, there's some of that with my album, but there's also that part where it's like I get to open the pages of my journal and let people really in and, past all the layers and peel that back and just kind of let people into all the vulnerabilities and sensitivities and just autobiographical, just stuff I've been through the last years. And it's ballads, there's, songs that go really deep emotionally into my psyche. There's also, just the fun songs like Milf Money. There's some hip hop, some throwback, some reggae, and a whole gamut of different subject matters. And it's just really important to me to, it's like serving a meal. I just didn't want it to be one thing. I wanted to have it, have many tastes on your palate.
Right, yeah, and you throw a kid in the mix, because the one question that I got from people that were like, well, ask her what took her so freaking long. And I'm like, dude, you obviously don't have a kid. If you don't have kids, when I talked to Gwen Stefani 6 months ago, she said basically the same thing. She's like, I was in and out of the recording studios, in between my son's basketball practice and soccer practice. It's not like it used to be where we would just spend hours and hours doing our thing. You really are balancing life, and your husband is an actor, so he's, I'm sure, going out and doing things. So I can't imagine the balance that you've got to have with juggling a kid and a husband in the mix while you're doing the tour and promotion. Girl, I'm exhausted talking about it.
Yeah, no, it's insane. But it's great. You have to have a system, or else it's just not going to be. It's just one thing's got to go. There's only so many hours in the day, and he's, Axel's my priority numero uno, so that's not going to suffer. So it's like, everything else has got to kind of go around that. And, I'm a firm believer in taking care of yourself too. It's like I work out, and I have to work out more now,
You're right.
And I have to pay more attention to stretching and all of that.
Me too.
And it's just everything takes longer. My God.
Doesn't it feel like the older you get, the harder it is to keep the weight off and actually just to keep up with your workout regimens? And even though you've got the kids, it's just oh my God, this is the struggle. This is a struggle.
Yes, because I'll be answering 20 emails and then I'll think I'm done, and then I'll start getting the responses, and I'm trying to get my yoga pants on, get down to the gym. And it's just I end up being a half an hour late, and then I'm a half an hour late. It's just everything. So and you're just eating on the go.
Eating your kids' food.
You get it.
Yeah, girl, I get it. All right, can we please talk about how it's been 10 years since The Duchess came out, London Bridge? You've got the vinyl reissue that's coming out on Friday, so I'm sure you're going to shout that out when you're on the Today Show as well, right? I mean, how do you feel? It's been 10 years since The Duchess.
It's like a reunion, I guess.
Yeah.
It's definitely a cornucopia, just like The Duchess was, of like, it's all over the map as far as style-wise and subject matter, but it's completely consistent in the fact that it's all authentically me. And it wouldn't be authentic if it didn't have all those different flavors.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure your fans totally appreciate, even though they have not been happy waiting so long, but I'm sure that once this album drops, they're going to be so appreciative of the time and the effort and the blood, sweat, and tears that you did put into Double Duchess.
I thank you. I'm so, you know what, you could only hope for the best, and I hope people connect with it. And, if they like it or they didn't, I'm happy with releasing it out into the world now. And I don't feel like I've sacrificed, my son or any of that. And my husband, I feel like it's been a long, even though everything takes so much time, I've been trying the best I can to keep it balanced.
I love that about you. I love that you put your family first, because let's be honest, there's not a lot of marriages in Hollywood that are lasting longer than 6 months these days, and that, you've kept it together and you have this adorable, beautiful little boy, which I saw in one of your interviews with Valentine, you took him to Trolls. My kids loved Trolls too, and I cracked up because I could so relate to your son getting out of the seat and dancing and getting back in the seat, and like, what are you supposed to do? You just got to let them do what they have to do.
Yeah. Yeah, I was just kind of amazed. And then I'm like that mom, like trying to fidget with her phone. I'm trying to like get it on. I'm a horrible video taker. They're all shaky and dark, but at least I have the memory there.
Ferg, are you on Snapchat?
I am.
Well, tell us, what's your handle so we can all follow you and stalk you?
Well, okay, so at this time I do it all from my boy Taylor's phone. So
okay.
He has the whole thing. He's like, he'll hand the phone to me and be like, here.
Okay.
Snap. We're doing a snap. So I will snap it. Oh yeah, my Snapchat name is your girl Ferg.
Like YAGIRLFERG.
Yep.
All right, good. I'm glad we cleared that up, because everyone was like, was she on Snapchat? We can't find her. Well, now we know. Your girl Ferg on Snapchat.
Yep.
All right, and real quick, before I let you go, we can look forward to watching you again on Dick Clark's Rockin' New Year's Eve. Again, what is this, the 10th or 11th year you've been doing this?
It's the 11th.
Oh my God.
Can you believe it?
No.
Yeah.
All right, and real quick, before I let you go, when an artist drops an album, usually a tour follows. What can you tell me about that?
Absolutely. They're working on all of that right now, all the dates. Line up with the album release and all that, and I'm doing the whole thing. Bring the family on tour.
I love it. You need to download Snapchat and put it on your own phone, so then you have access to it all the time, and then you can just do it when you want. And the cool thing is, after 24 hours, it'll delete automatically, or if you take a snap and you don't like it, you can just delete it right there.
I know. I'm just learned those rules, so I'm getting into it. Trust me, they're just gonna start to grow. As soon as I get on that tour.
Ferg, we want to know. We want to see behind the scenes.
It.
Yes. Oh my gosh, yes. Like before you hit the stage and what you do, the prep before. Which, by the way, is there anything that you have to do before you go live anywhere? A lot of groups, like, they pray before. Is there anything that you absolutely have to do, like, to get in the right mindset to perform?
Yes. Now I do vocal warm-ups.
Okay.
I actually do physical warm-ups now too, to stretch. And then get my costume, and then I come and I find the band and the dancers, and we all get in a huddle, and we do a prayer, but it always ends up like being kind of silly at the end. It's like a serious, and then it gets silly.
Oh, you're so funny. I love talking to you. You need to come to Dallas. Please come to Dallas.
I know. I love Dallas.
Oh yeah, you got to come to Dallas. That would be so fun. Well, we're psyched. We're psyched that Fergie is back. It's been a long time. We miss you, but we certainly understand, especially the moms. All of us moms understand. It takes triple the time when you have kids, but I'm loving that you took your time with it. That's awesome.
Well, I hope people love it, and I love talking to you, and I can't wait to see you in person on the tour.
Ferg, love you, girl. Keep it real. We'll be watching for you Friday on the Today Show. Yes, and get your Snapchat game up. Go, go, go.
Yes, I know. You've motivated me.